Okay, so on this part, just watch just for a moment as I do this to kind of demonstrate, and I think you'll understand. So we're going to draw this little portion of it over here on the side. That is kind of the squared off end. We're going to trim out the rest of that circle. So to do that here in Fusion, we're going to take a line. I'm going to make sure my line connects to the circle. So I'm going to connect there, come out, down, and back over. Now, oops, I am drawing a layout line for some reason. I don't know why. Let me go over there, uncheck off construction. Let me undo back and try that again. All right. So once again, we'll come over here, out, down, and back over. Now, the big thing with this is you just have to see how things move. So I'm going to grab a hold of it. This is what my suggestion is if you ever have things that are blue. And I did mine really quickly there and somewhat on purpose, didn't get everything lined up. So there, I'm going to move that corner. Well, real quick, I can see that's not tangent there. So I need to add in a tangent constraint. So I'm going to add in that tangent. All right, there. That turned that one line black. Now I need to move some more. Okay, that one's good. Just slides in and out. What about this one? Oh, what do I need to add into this corner that's in this corner? Perpendicular. So let's go up there and let's add in a perpendicular. So we add in a perpendicular there. And there we go. That made it now to where everything's constrained besides this line. Before I constrain this line into place, I am going to actually trim out this portion of the circle. So I'm going to go T for trim. Chop out that portion of the circle. Oh, now when I did that, it looks like for whatever reason it got rid of part of... Oh, I had my line selected there, so I'm going to actually undo. I was selected on that line and I trimmed out the other. So there we go. I'll trim that out once again. Ah, that's nice. The only thing I really need to do is make this line collinear. We've done that dozens of times, making things collinear. So there, collinear to there. And that's got that side of it all black. Rinse and repeat and see what you can do to do it on this side. Just, you have to check, you have to do it, you have to kind of see, troubleshoot a little bit of why it's not there and draw in that other side. I'll go ahead and do mine here real quick also, because there'll probably be some different things that happen on it as I do it. If I'm more careful, I can actually get these things a little bit more precise, but I was kind of giving some things for you guys to work with. Gonna make that one perpendicular to there. And that's got it all black. That's nice. Gonna hit escape, gonna trim out that piece, and make that last line collinear. And there we go. Okay, now that you have them looking all black and it's all fully constrained, next what we need to do is we need to go ahead and extrude, and we're going to extrude that. So we're going to go to finish your sketch, and we're going to go extrude. Select this. We want to extrude it both ways, so we're going to go symmetric. The distance, we want to go all. And we don't want to cut it. It automatically switches it to cut. We want to change it to a join. And go OK. So we change it to symmetric, all, and join. And OK. And it adds that piece in there looking beautiful. Okay, so now on this part, what we're going to do is, we need to, it's really kind of weird on this one. You subtract it out, you add it back in, and now we're subtracting out again. We're going to subtract out these parts here. We'll do one of these. We'll mirror it once to the other side, then we'll mirror it to the other end. So we're going to make this shape here. This shape is 20 units across. So the radius that just has an R would be a radius of 10 for this end piece. The way that's going to look on Fusion is this. We're going to go ahead and start a sketch. I'm going to put that sketch on this top surface up here. And I'm going to draw that shape we just saw. So I'm going to start here in the corner. Draw my shape straight out. Now here, just make sure, don't lock it in. Like, for example, right there, it locks into that endpoint. Don't lock it in there because we want to be able to change the size of it. So I'm going to draw this. Remember, if we click and hold here, we should be able to draw that arc. So we're going to draw that half circle around there. And we're going to finish that up to there, and then back down to the beginning. That little key combination of clicking and holding there is somewhat difficult to draw that arc, but not too bad. All right, so with this, if you got it connected to the corner, it should be black for your bottom and your line on the right. If you didn't, just add in a collinear. It's really pretty simple there. We're going to go ahead and dimension that. And again, as I just looked, I think I said that was a 10. So radius of 10. The only thing we have left is this center point should move back and forth if you didn't accidentally get it constrained. If we look at our drawing, right here as it shows the center point of it, it lines right up with this corner here. So all we're going to do is we're going to add in a horizontal and vertical of that center point to here. Now, when you see this, it's somewhat hard to select this point when that line's on top of it. So what I do first is I drag this a little bit shorter, like so. Now I can line up that center point with that corner. Wow, it's still being a pain. You should be able to snap it into that corner. Why it is being... Oh, there it was. Gosh. Oh, there it is. It is a little bit above. Nice. Click. Click. There we go. It is a pain to pick that point, for sure. Once you have that there and it is fully constrained, finish your sketch. Extrude that. Cut it. And cut all of it. And if you need to, you might need to flip it. Mine, I need to flip it. So there we go. Cut all, and I flipped it. And okay. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and mirror that to the back side. Let me think. Yes, mirror is underneath of create. So create down to mirror. Now for me, it's about the easiest to select what I'm going to mirror down here in this list. So is this last thing I just drew. So on the mirror command, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to pick mirror. Then next, I have that one thing selected. Oh, wait, now one thing. That is not a face. That is a body. So we're going to mirror a body. And I may need to select it again here. Oh, wait, was it a body? No, it was a feature. Was it a feature? I'm trying to remember. It was a feature. I'm sorry. It was a feature. We're going to mirror a feature. And then we'll ask for the mirror plane. We're going to pick our plane that's out there in the middle of the object. Looks like that one right there. Oops. Yeah, I mirrored it that way. That's what I wanted to do anyway for one of them. So first I mirrored it to the right. And now I'm going to mirror both of those to the back. All right, so from there, you're going to repeat your mirror command. You're going to go down to mirror. This time, you're going to select the last two things. I'm going to pick the piece that I mirrored. And again, it's already on features over here. I'm going to pick the thing I mirrored and the original. I'm going to select both of those. Going to select my mirror plane. I'm going to rotate this around so I make sure I get my right plane this time. Not that one. Nah, that one. And mirror both of those to the back side and go, okay. So there, I got this awesome looking cuts in on that. Okay, so next, I want to put this hole out here. Remember, typically when we put a hole, we want to use our hole command and use a point to put a hole using the hole command on it. The only problem with the hole command is you can't make it go both directions. And I really don't want to do the hole on this surface. I want to do it back here on the surface where I can reference this part and make it in the center of this circular portion. So we are going to go ahead and do this a little bit differently. We're going to go ahead and create a sketch. I'm going to create a sketch in here on the inside on that rounded surface right there. I want to go ahead and slice my graphics. And I'm going to go ahead and just put a circle. One there and one there. I do want both of those circles to be the same size, so I'm going to hit equal. I want both of those circles to be centered up onto this arc. So I'm going to make them concentric. And then I just need to set the size of them. The size, we're going to look at our drawing, 31.8 for the two holes. So we're going to dimension those at 31.8. That's got them all black. Once they're all black, you're going to finish your sketch. You're going to extrude them. You're going to make it to all, or sorry, symmetric, all, and it already switched to the cut. And go OK. And that looks good. Okay, next we're going to add one more negative feature. We're going to add this slot in here. You guys have done a lot of slots. You should be good on slots by now. We're going to start our sketch. We're going to pick on this surface. We're going to create a slot. Center to center slot's going to work nicely on this. The first center point I'm going to lock into the center of this circular end. There. I'm going to drag it straight across and put my slot in. I need to figure out what size my slot is, so I'm going to go back to my drawing. The slot doesn't give me the information here, but it does on this side. It's a diameter of 20, so that means that is going to be a 10 radius. And from center to center, the distance is 20. So radius of 10, 20 units in between. So I'm going to go back to Fusion. I'm going to add in my dimensions. That at 10. And from center to center at 20. And mine's not fully constrained. I might not have got my point locked in. I did not. Easy fix. We're just going to add in the concentric. Make those two concentric to each other. I thought I got it added in the beginning when I connected to the right point, but I must not have. Not a big deal. Just add it in now. If I would get concentric picked. Let me try it one more time. There we go. Perfect. Once that's finished, finish your sketch. Extrude and cut it. I'm going to cut all. And OK. Alright, you guys just mirrored just a moment ago. You should be able to mirror this one. Mirror these three portions to the other side. This is going to be a little bit different since they're not all together. Would have been a little bit better probably to do all these three together, but I didn't do it that way for whatever reason. So you're just going to go mirror again. It's going to be that hole that we did right there. And then back there in the beginning, wherever it is, you have to find those parts. Looks like that one and that one. Oops, I missed one of my parts. I'm going to undo. I thought I selected all three of them. Okay, all the features are drawn now. Now we just have to focus on fillets. There are a lot of fillets on this drawing. Okay, first note here it says fillets and rounds are a radius of 3. So all the small fillets and rounds that are not pointed out are a radius of 3. However, if you notice this one fillet right here, that's definitely larger than this 3, and they don't point that out of what dimension that is anywhere. So what I determined is I think that's about 10, looks about appropriate. So we're going to start with that fillet of 10, and that's in 4 different places. So we're going to go back to Fusion. We're going to go F for fillet, and right here, that corner, right there, twist it around, same point right here, twist it around the other end, there and there. Those 4 positions, we're going to fillet those at 10. And that looks pretty good. Okay, next, let's take a look at our drawing. There's a lot of fillets on this. Okay, so notice all these outside corners, inside corners here. These are all filleted. There's fillets all over the place. The thing with fillet is it takes a little bit of practice. It matters what order you do them in. On this drawing, it's going to work pretty nicely to do all these upright fillets, all the ones that go up and down. So we're going to do those first. We're going to do these outside 4, these inside 4, and then these 4 that are here. So a total of 12 fillets on this step. So back to Fusion. We're going to do a fillet. I'm going to pick these 4 around the outside corners first. And it really doesn't matter what order you pick those in, but those are the ones I'm going to pick there. Then I'm going to pick these next. I'm going to pick this corner here, and while I'm doing it, I'm going to pick this one here. Rotate just a little bit. Do that and that. So that's got those 4 on that end. Going to spin it around.